Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another spectacular episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. I'm I'm your host, that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Where's he going next? Nobody knows. Three continents down, three more to go. No cap, straight facts. The worldwide starboy, Remy Blue. But it's not about me. Definitely not about me. See, we have a special event tomorrow that's taking place in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And we're talking about WWE King and Queen of the Ring. That's right. No King of the Ring now. We got queens now to crown. Show ladies some love too. Like it should be. Like it should have been. So we got that going on tomorrow. And with that being said, we're actually going to go ahead and go over the card. We're going to run down the card bit by bit by bit by bit, well, match by match by match. And, joining me to do so, I know, Norm, you're thinking, Remy, what happened? Did you fire Rob? Did you fire Kathy? No, they're still employed. Trust me. If I fire them, I'll lose more hair off my head. My hairline will recede even further back. So no, they're not fired. They just have some personal matters. Well, actually, no. Kathy has some personal matters to attend to, and Rob is on vacation somewhere on a beach. Man, I'm jealous right now. Just having some fun in the sun. So, but they'll be back the next episode. I promise you, they'll be back. You'll see them again. They're not gone. But joining me for this special episode are actually two incredible women that we've had on the show before. And our first guest is actually a woman who's actually been on here before. She's in the great state of North Carolina. Love that barbecue. Love that place called the Pit in Raleigh, North Carolina. Shout out to the great folks over there. I can't wait to go back to the Boxcar Arcade as well. Everybody, welcome to the show. B, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, great. Just here, rushing home from work, battling the craziness as the New York City subway. That I swear I get higher blood pressure levels from them every day. But hey, it is what it is with this city. I still love it though. Yeah, but yeah, it is what it is. Courtney and oh sorry, and our next guest, my apologies, I jumped the gun. Our next guest is a woman who actually is from my rival city, but I have a lot of love for them because whenever we face them in sports, they make us work for it. That way we can legitimize our wins if we win or when we win. Um and she's been on our show before. She was a bit nervous, but now she's all smiles now. Everybody,
Yep.
welcome to the show. Courtney Sawicki, how are you doing tonight, miss?
I'm doing pretty good. Just
Great.
watched SmackDown, which was a great go home show.
Awesome. I gotta ask you, you were nervous the first time you're on. How do you feel now?
I feel better.
You see, I told you. I mean, it's not gonna be all, but we're a safe space, man. We're not. Nobody's gonna do anything to you. Nobody's gonna say nothing. We don't judge here. Trust me. We're an all inclusive.
I was nervous my first time too.
Yeah. See, there you go. And
Is the rival city Boston?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I thought.
yeah, it's always Bruins and Islanders or Knicks and Celtics or Nets and Celtics now as we got or Giants and Patriots or Jets and Patriots, even though I don't think a lot of us claim the Jets, but yeah, it's in my eyes, I think it's friendly rivalry though. So yeah. Um but with that being said, not to digress, we got King and Queen of the Ring. How do you ladies feel about this match? I mean, how do you ladies feel about the card? I'm sorry.
Which one first?
No, not the matches. Just the card in general. Like, how do you
I only
all
know
feel?
of 3 of the matches. I don't know. I can't remember if there are any other, to
Okay,
be honest with you.
so we have Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill I really truly hope they get a tag team name, but I don't think they'll give them one. They're going to be defending against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. We
Mhm.
have Gunther, the King of the Ring finals match. Gunther and Jey Uso. We have the Queen of the Rings finals match. Lyra Valkyria and Nia Jax. We have Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan going at it. We
That's
have
right.
Sami Zayn and Chad Gable going at it. We have Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul going at it too. But yeah, those are the matches we're gonna go through. But what I was asking was, how do y'all feel about the card overall?
Hmm.
It's a decent card.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You sure that's how you feel? You could say you don't like it. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not. Nobody's gonna bite your head off. Trust me. If you don't like the card, I don't like it. I can't stand it. I want Vince McMahon back. Or
Oh God.
if you think it's the best, no, there's some people that really miss Vince, and I mean, to each their own. But you know, I'm just happy with the way WWE is right now. I mean, you know, but yeah, I mean, if you don't like the card, you don't like the card. If you like it, you like it. I mean, hey, I mean, I'm not gonna judge, man. I don't judge here at all.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I was trying to process it while you were reading it. And saying, yeah, it's a pretty decent card. Um,
Okay.
won't know how the matches go until tomorrow.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I would say
And
I'm looking forward for sure looking forward three of them out of the six, but the other three is like if it surpasses my expectations which are high, then it's a pretty good match. If not, then it is what it is.
Miss Meltzer. She's like, if it surpasses my expectations.
Because I always rate at the PLEs every match from like my least favorite to the most, even if like they were all great, like WrestleMania in my opinion. But it's just like a normal thing. Like for me, it takes like not just the chemistry in the ring, but like the crowd participation and the storyline. Like
Yeah,
that's how I rate it. So
yeah.
Okay. So Dave Meltzer gives 5 stars. You give 10, right? I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. Yeah. Everybody has their own standards. I mean, it is what it is, you know. Like I said, I just watch and I just enjoy the sport, man. I just enjoy the
yeah,
storylines and everything. I don't get mad. I don't complain. Although there was one time where we had an event and I for some reason got a headache out of nowhere. I was like, this was like 4 years ago. I just had to lay down and like just sleep. I was like, I can't. But I don't get mad at what they do. It is what it is. You know, they're gonna do what they want to do.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this card. So what time is it? Do you know what time y'all know what time it actually starts tomorrow?
1 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, okay. 1
Well,
p.m. I will be on
I
my
don't
the
way.
know what time the pre-show and stuff starts, but I know that's
the
when the
yeah, the pre-show
Okay.
starts. I have the notification on YouTube. I think it said it started at 11 a.m. So I think
yeah,
for my area, it's like 12. It starts.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, if it starts at 1 o'clock, well, I will be on my way to work. So I guess I'll, try to watch it. I don't know. But yeah. With that being said, let's go ahead and check out this card. So we have King and Queen of the Ring from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And the first match we have apparently is going to be on the pre-match.
Yeah,
Don't know why they put this match on the pre-match, but I
that's what
guess
I
they
want
have
to know.
I guess they have their reasons. It's going to be a tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. I swear these titles don't get no love, and it's just
No,
sad.
Yeah,
It,
yeah, they really don't.
at
it's gonna
all.
be the defending champions, the team of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus the, I guess you can call them the more experienced tag team of Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell. B, who are you going for this one?
Um, I don't know. I feel like the stormiest duo would win because they have a match with Zoe and Shayna on Raw. But
Okay.
this is one of the matches that I wanted to see because to me the Bianca and Candice qualification match was too short, and I knew that if they didn't try to squeeze everything in, it would have been an awesome match if they would have got more time. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to having a form of them being in the ring. Um,
Okay.
but
Um,
I think Bianca and Jay will retain.
okay. So that's what they call them, or did you make that up? The stormiest
I
duo.
just made it up.
You see, you people like you need to be in creative for them women coming up with all sorts of names. What? Hold on. I'm a find one of them little North Carolina promotions down there. Maybe Firestar. I'm like, yeah, hey, BB making up names for all these people. She got Stormiest duo. You know what I'm saying? She about to find one for Shayna Baszler and what, I forgot
I was
what's
trying
the
to think
one.
of one on Monday. I couldn't think of one.
What's the Stormy Shayna Baszler? Who's the other one?
Is the Queen of
Uh,
Spades and
I forgot her little friend she got with not Lola Vice. The other one that's on Raw.
Zoe Stark.
Zoe
Zoe Stark.
Stark. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Next thing you know, she's gonna try to find a name for them, and hey, you never know. That's a pretty good thing. The Stormy is doing. That's pretty good right there. So Courtney, who you got for this? Who you got for this one?
Well, if I remember correctly, I'm not sure when this was from. Like, it might have been from the Australia PLE. Didn't Indy and Candice have a tag team match against um Asuka and Kyrie originally?
Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
did.
So, I mean, it's not like we haven't seen them, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I'm not sure either.
you don't know who to win between Bianca and Jade and against Candice and Indy.
Yeah, I mean, I root for everybody. I'm not
It's not
not one or the other.
it's not a who you root for. It's like who you think would win. Like will win. Like
I mean, I have to go with Jade and Bianca, honestly.
yeah, and that's fine. I mean, I mean, me. I think. Hold on. Me. I think Bianca and Jade are gonna pull this off, but it's gonna be one
I
heck
just
of a fight.
I just hope her knee's gonna hold up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's been like that since Fastlane.
Yeah, I think it has too.
Yeah, so that's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I think the sad thing about Candice, like I've followed her career for 10 years now. Ever since she was on in PWG, Pro Wrestling Gorilla, and she used to fight men on the regular. And it's just sad that they have her like in, and she's probably gonna lose. I mean, if she wins, I mean, I don't mind. But it's just sad that she's not given like a bigger role.
Yeah.
Because the woman can go, and anybody who's followed her career for like I said, even like pre WWE would know the woman can go. Like she had a tag team partner who shall not be named because they were canceled back in the speaking out movement, which is which is a very dark time in not just WWE but pro wrestling history in general. In pro wrestling history in general, um, but her and that tag team partner who shall remain nameless. It was they was a guy too. Um, she was the only female in their matches, and she was keeping up with them. Like she was not taking lefts. Like she was definitely going toe to toe with them. So, but honestly, I think Jade and Bianca they're going to retain these titles. I don't see them losing them quite yet. I hope they don't lose them quite yet because these
Yeah.
titles need some longevity. They need some prestige behind them. I think Jade and Bianca could possibly do that.
Yeah.
So the next match we have is a King of the Ring tournament final for a world championship shot. No, wait. Yeah, for a world championship shot for a world championship match of the winner's brand at SummerSlam. Um, and it's going to be Gunther, who's representing Raw, versus Randy Orton, who's representing SmackDown. Who you going with for this one?
I don't know. I'm trying to process that one too. That's another one. That's one of the three I'm looking forward to as well.
Mhm.
I don't know who will win it. But I feel like Randy will win it only so
Okay.
that he can get a title match against Cody. I'm torn because I think that it will allow him to get a title match against Cody. But I also feel like because Gunther is the newer wrestler out of the two, that he might win King of the Ring. Because I read that they know that the King of Queen of the Ring is normally like someone that needs a push or a new someone that like just joined the main roster or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna just go with Randy because I honestly I don't know. I just know it's gonna be a good match.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Chops galore and an RKO out of nowhere. Okay. That's what I see. But Courtney, who you got for this one?
Basically, what B said. It's difficult. Like, I definitely want Randy to win because he's another one of my favorites, other than Nick Nemeth. But Gunther, man,
Mhm.
like those chops. I don't know.
Okay. So you have no idea. You can't really say who's gonna win.
Yeah. I mean, I want Randy to win, but that's
Mhm.
really about it.
Hmm. Okay. Um. Honestly speaking, um, who I think would actually win this, I think I'm gonna go with Randy. The reason being is because um,
He's also
Ra-
never been King of the Ring either, Randy.
not that he needs it, but
Yeah, he
No,
doesn't.
no.
the thing that I listen because I listen to the post match media scrums that they have,
Yeah.
which are always great, and
Hmm.
I remember Cody mentioning that he called some names. He mentioned L.A. Knight, which I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he also mentioned
Hmm.
Randy Orton. He said Randy Orton, he wouldn't mind running it back with Randy Orton. I mean, he fought him all those years ago, but that's when he was a different person.
Yep.
And he'd like to see how it is now. He has a feeling it won't be the same, So I would like to see this, new version of Cody face Randy. I'm all for it. So I'm gonna definitely go with Randy Orton winning. I mean, don't get me wrong, Gunther's gonna put a hurting on him because those chops are gonna
Yeah.
be going.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah, he is.
it's Randy Orton, and he has that ring psychology, that way of getting into your head. He's one of those guys that gets into your head, and sometimes he throws you off your game. So I think he's gonna pull this win off. So the next match we have is a Queen of the Ring um, tournament final. This one's the same thing. It's for a women's world championship shot, championship, women's world championship match of the winner's brand at SummerSlam, and we have Lyra Valkyria from Raw going up against Nia Jax from SmackDown. B, who you going for this one?
Naya.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. I feel like with her, she's had a great comeback. All of her matches have been phenomenal. I've seen her here in Raleigh. I was supposed to go to Raw in Greensboro, but last week, but I didn't go. Um, uh, she's put on A1 matches to me. I feel like with her, she's the number one heel in the women's division. And
Hmm.
I feel like with the crown, it'll add an extra, like, put some more sauce on it. It'll give her another layer of being a heel. And she hasn't had a
Okay.
title in a while. And Lyra's
Yeah.
new. She could still work towards getting one. She has time.
Uh. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna make that pause awkward. To the person that's writing that, I'm not gonna highlight your comment unless you have actual um unless you have a credible news source. Please stop. Like, really and truly, I'm not even gonna show what it is. Courtney and B, I don't know if y'all are gonna um I don't know if y'all see it, but
I no, I can't see any of the comments.
you know what? So I know this is not Eric Bischoff, because one Eric Bischoff, I don't think would actually randomly listen to Ringside Society. So one Eric, if that is your real name, Bischoff, if that is your real last name, this is WWE King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring predictions. Okay, you're saying that Tony Khan died of a heart attack. We know, we know Eric Bischoff is not a fan of um, Tony Khan. I'm gonna say this right now. There's no news outlets that have said that. We probably would have known by now. Stop the trolling. Okay? Whoever, I know this is not Eric Bischoff. All right. So if you want to talk about WB King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring, just do that. I didn't want to show that. And y'all do not regard that. Those y'all watching do not regard that person. You know, matter of fact, yeah, I'm done. I'm that person's banned. Yeah. That's what I keep telling y'all. I'm serious about it. Like, I don't play that. Like, I ban people like that straight up. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it's all about positivity, man. It's all about positivity. But anyways, back to what we were saying, Courtney. Um, so yeah, Randy. So you say you didn't know about Rand? Oh, um, Nia Jackson, Lara Valkyria. Who are you going with?
I've been a fan of Lyra ever since her NXT UK days.
Wow.
Okay,
Mm, but I agree with B too. Naya's been freaking amazing since her comeback. I want to go with Lyra, but
I mean it's okay. It's okay if
yeah, like I'm just gonna go with Lyra, I guess.
It's okay. You can go wherever you want to go. Right? I mean, it's a prediction show. Like you can maybe she will win. You never know. Maybe she'll pull it off. It's happened. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you something. Sometimes the crazy predictions tend to happen. Um,
Yeah. I
one
mean, yeah,
time.
she
Go ahead.
she's
I'm sorry.
only I think she's on what has she's only been on Raw for what? Maybe 3 weeks now? 4
Yeah.
weeks? A month?
Yeah.
And she's beaten everybody that was in the tournament up until Naya. So
So here's my thing. Sometimes your prediction could come through. Sometimes maybe she does pull the winner. We see Queen Lara or Queen Valkyria donning the crown. It's crazier things have happened. One time we had a Royal Rumble 2021 predictions show, and I think it was either myself or Kathy or Rob. I don't know. It was one of three of us that said that if Edge makes his return to WWE, if he makes his return, actually no, he did make his return in 2020, but
Mhm.
2021 when he was already there. One of us said Christian is gonna make an appearance in the Royal Rumble, and what happened? Christian returned.
yeah. Yep.
It was like seeing old buddies together again. It happens, so you never know. It could be a thing.
And look at now. They're in AEW together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's all good. Like I said, we don't judge here. We don't, me honestly, who I think is gonna win this whole thing for the women, I think it's gonna be Nia Jax. And by the way, her the reason her matches have actually been getting better. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Can you guess?
No, practice.
Natalia. That's that dungeon training.
Yeah.
Yep, with Natty.
You can
That's
see it also with Dawkins.
Yo, yep.
Yeah.
that's that dungeon training. That's why I tell people like you can have any opinion. I'm cool with it. But one of the opinions you cannot have. You cannot say anything bad about the dungeon. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
But
Nope.
but Stu Hart make people. I don't care what
Yep.
no, you can't. But no, it doesn't matter what Bret Hart did. You can't say anything bad about the dungeon. No, you don't
Yeah.
get that opinion. I don't care.
Nope.
If she
There's only
retires tomorrow, I feel like they'll put her in the Hall of Fame, and she could just go to NXT and help develop the people there. Like she's so good.
if they are smart, they will definitely retain her as a coach. And if
Yeah.
they fumble that, if I were
Uh,
Tony Khan, I would open my checkbook and sign her, if not as a wrestler, but as a coach.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't think
Like
I
what?
don't.
Because isn't who did they have? Was it Madison Rain? Madison Rain is actually a coach as well,
For
and
AEW.
yeah, for AEW,
Hmm.
and she was originally was a wrestler for TNA Wrestling.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we haven't seen her wrestle obviously because she's
I,
just
was,
training the girls.
I remember. I remember when Madison Hart. I remember I remember when Madison Rain was a wrestler. It was a bit long ago, but I was alive. I had a full head of hair at that time, but yeah, yeah.
She was a part of the Beautiful People with Angelina
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
and God, what was her other Velvet Sky?
They came back
It
for
was
the
always
reunion.
yep, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Madison Rain, Velvet Sky, Angelina Love, and then you had uh Lacey Von Erich with them,
Yep.
which
Yep. She was like their other
it was
not replacement, but like their other beautiful person.
yeah, it was an interesting stable, but I liked when they first came out though, and it was like To me, like they're one of those tag teams to remember. Like I'll never forget them. But
Yeah. Actually, and speaking of TNA, you guys will never guess what happened. They had like this contest yesterday, and they were giving away a color photo 8x10 Nick Nemeth autograph signed picture in this contest, and I won it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna digress a little bit, just a little bit. If I were writing for, I always say I tend to be a shameless armchair booker at times. If I ever had to write for, if I was ever in charge of creative, one thing I would have done way back. This is like way back in the 2000s. I would have had Dolph Ziggler, the Miz. I almost called him by his real name, the Miz. John Morrison, and what was his Matt Capitelli.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember who he is, but he won the Tough Enough 2002 with John Morrison, and unfortunately he passed away due from brain cancer. But
Mm.
if I were in charge of creative back then, I would have put those four guys in a stable. Picture this. I don't know if y'all ever saw Entourage. It was an old show from like the
Mm-hmm.
2000s. So picture
I
those guys acting like Entourage, but in the ring. They're all trying to make their way in wrestling. You got Miz, who's a Hollywood star. You got John Morrison, who looks like a rock star. You got all those things. You got Dolph Ziggler, who has the looks of an actor. And you have Matt Capitelli, who's their down to earth friend. Could you imagine all four of them in one stable?
Oh my
Like
god.
Would you
that
have
would have
Vicky
been like
Guerrero as a part of that stable?
that would
Vicky
have been
Guerrero. Oh god, yes.
that would have been like the Beatles in WB if I were writing. So yeah. That's just a brief thing there. So um the next match we have is oh yeah, so I don't know if I said it, but I'm going Nia Jax to it. I think Nia Jax is she's gonna put some respect on Lara Valkyrie's name after this, but I think
Mhm.
Nia's gonna pull it off. The next match we have, woohoo, this one's gonna be vengeful. We're gonna have a singles match for the WWE Women's World Championship. Is going to be the defending champion, the man, the last kicker, straight fire, whatever moniker she's going by, Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan, a woman who is hell bent on revenge because she had, I think, a year taken off her career. She's going to be She's going to be challenging Becky Lynch. B, who you going for this one?
I don't know. Liv is my girl. Like she's one of my favorite
Mm.
in the women's division for WWE. Because you never know what you're gonna get with her. But I don't know. Because I'm thinking ahead when I think about the matches. And I feel like when Rhea comes back, she can fight either one. So
Okay.
um I would love to see Liv with gold on her.
Mhm.
But I feel like they want to keep the man as the champion until at least until SummerSlam. Maybe we'll get a triple threat out of it when Rhea comes back, but I don't
Yeah,
see her losing at all.
you're right. I honestly, if they're going to keep that title on the man, I really truly hope they have her like go on a Roman Reigns like
Yeah.
reign, not a long reign, but like where she's like pretty much beating everybody on that women's roster. I hope they do that, and and eventually it leads to WrestleMania where she possibly fights Rhea Ripley or maybe this time Liv Morgan. But I just don't want this to be another meaningless reign. I'm tired of seeing the meaningless reigns. I'm tired of seeing the hot potato with the titles. I mean, we got the women's titles doing that already, which is sad. But
Yeah.
I'm hoping, yeah, I'm hoping This is not a short. This is not a short reign. But Courtney, who you going with?
I want Liv, but again, B's right. I mean, we should definitely keep it on Becky for right now.
Okay. Me, honestly, I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan. I'm not Liv Morgan. I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch. Um, but I have a bit of a final prediction for that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch to retain. I can see her doing that. So the next match, we just have two more matches and then we're done. The next match we have is the triple threat match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. We have everybody's favorite down to earth guy who doesn't look like a wrestler, but he is a wrestler. Sami Zayn defending his Intercontinental Championship against a very, very, very salty, upset, jealous, mad because he didn't win the title at WrestleMania, Chad Gable, versus a very hungry looking, yes, you can have my plate of food, just don't eat me,
Big
Bronson
meaty
Reed.
man.
I know people. I am not fat shaming Bronson Reed because I'm fat myself too. I like food too as well. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get on me. Oh, why are you making fun of that? No, I like to eat too. Trust me. Why you think the first thing I mentioned when I talked about when I introduced B was the pit because it's a barbecue spot that I love to frequent. Yes, I love food. Ain't no shame in my game. Yeah, but yeah. B, who you got for that? Who you got for that match?
I don't know. I say I don't know at the beginning of every match. Um, I honestly want Bronson to win. I think for the past year and a half, I liked watching him and Ivar and Ricochet on Raw, and I feel like um they brought him back. They might as well give him something. But I enjoy watching his matches. But then again, I was one of the people that was like, Sammy should have the IC title back. So I don't care. I feel like it's
Okay.
going to be a good match regardless. But I want to. I don't know because I want to say Bronson. I feel like they might keep it on Sammy, and I feel like Otis or somebody's going to interfere where Chad is going to end up getting it. So it's a toss up for me. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know.
Uh, I got a little bit of a final prediction for that too. But Courtney, who you got for this match?
um, Chad's a jerk. um, so yeah, it's a toss up between Bronson and Sammy for me. Bronson's last title that he's held was the NXT North American
Yep.
Championship.
hmm
Like, so it's between Sammy and Bronson for me. I just can't choose.
Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Sammy retaining. I think Otis is actually gonna cost Chad that title.
Yeah, you did
Otis has,
Yeah.
apologize.
Otis has had enough, and he's like, "Hey, bro, like you on my last nerve. This is the last straw, and this is the straw that's not gonna break my back. It's gonna break your back." That's how that's how Otis looks, and he looks like he could probably do it too. So I think Otis is gonna cost. He's gonna be like, "Yo, enough is enough, man. I'm done. I'm not playing with you anymore." So I think
Yeah.
Sammy's gonna retain.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so the last match, we have one more match, and the last match that we have is the singles match for the undisputed WWE Championship. And it's being defended by a man who was once undesirable, but now he's undeniable. Um, and now he's undisputed. Cody Rhodes. Um, and he's going to be defending it against a man who I call the Johnny Cage of pro wrestling because he's all Hollywood and you know didn't didn't grow up in the business, didn't go on the indies, but he just has that natural ability to be a great pro wrestler. Logan Paul. Um, B, who you got for this one?
I think Cody's going to keep it.
You think Cody's going to keep it?
Yeah, I think he's going to keep it. Logan is very talented. He's mentioned that he wrestled in high school, which is probably like 15 years for him. But I
Okay.
think Cody's going to keep it. I think Logan's going to end up having to defend his U.S. title at the next PLE.
Okay. Courtney, who you got for this one?
I think. Well, I don't know if you guys watched SmackDown. I mean, you probably did. We saw a second pair of brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles.
A second pair. I mean, I want Cody to win and retain, but I don't know. Logan,
Yeah.
he's gonna use the second pair.
I was thinking he was going to have someone in the crowd because he always does.
Yeah.
And I was like, so who's going to be in the prom suit this time?
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, the suit is bad luck because everyone that gets into the suit ends up getting injured. So,
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Cody retaining too.
I got Cody to retain as well, but could you imagine the uproar if Logan were to win that title?
I'd be so pissed. I'd be so
honestly,
pissed.
I would probably laugh at it. Like, I wouldn't be pissed. It'd be so unpredicted that I wouldn't know how to act. I'd probably be shocked more than anything.
Yeah, probably.
Could you imagine the heat Logan would get if he won that? They're like, so Cody finished his story for like 2 months, and now they're gonna throw it on. They took all that prestige that Roman put on the title. They're gonna put it on this guy. I mean, I
Yeah.
can imagine the heat he
Yeah.
would get. Which it would be genius to do so, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And
that would definitely be crazy.
it will make
Yeah.
Logan more arrogant.
Yeah, what? Oh, I'm Logan 2 belts now.
Right. You saw what happened when he won the US. They told him not to shower or nothing, and he took all the pictures.
Yeah, like
He probably gonna have to have lots of pictures of him drinking a bottle of Prime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
God.
All right. So final prediction. Do y'all have any final predictions for this card? Like what alliances may form, what alliances may break up, who might return? Trust me, there's no wrong prediction. I mean, like I said, anything could happen.
I think during the King of the Ring match, AJ Styles is going to come out in some form or fashion, especially after tonight.
Oh,
Because
definitely.
he's become the Drew McIntyre of SmackDown. Like, you're complaining that you're this close to winning. Like, you got to take your loss, dude, and keep going.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's going to sabotage that match in some way.
Yeah, he is.
So that I don't know what's going to happen if he does, but no one gets a title shot.
Okay. Courtney, any final predictions?
It was something. Oh, what was it? I can't.
And the bloodline is there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I honestly don't know. I like the shock of it.
Hmm.
okay.
Like if you don't know what's happening, you're like, oh no.
Yeah, me too. That's why I don't read any of the stuff. I just think of
Eh,
it.
Yeah, like I just want to be able to like watch it and be like, oh my god, no, or yeah. So I like the excitement of these PLEs. Like you don't know, like the in between stuff that you don't know would happen.
Right.
And that's what I like, obviously.
Mm. Yeah, sometimes it's good to just like. Sometimes it's good to just like just
Be a fan.
Yeah.
be a fan and just watch and don't deconstruct it, and that's simply what I
Right.
do. Like I don't get mad and huff and puff. Oh, this person didn't win. Like honestly speaking,
Yeah.
If the Rock had actually the Rock versus Roman had actually happened at WrestleMania 40, I still would have gone. I still would have
Yeah.
gone. Still sat in that same seat. Now it is like, okay, well, let's see where this goes. And if Roman retains again, oh hey, I mean, hey, I guess it's one more night of acknowledgement, and that's that. I would not have gotten upset. I mean, but
Mm.
I love how they did the build up, and I like I said, I keep telling people like if you don't like what how a certain promotion is doing a certain storyline, don't watch. That's it. Just go watch another promotion or take a breather or something, But it's not worth it to waste energy over something like that. Like there's too many other problems in the world right now to get mad at something like that. But my final prediction, let's see. So Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch. This is one of the final predictions I had. Um, Liv is going to lose. We're going to see. This is going to be the beginning of Liv and Judgment Day having some sort of interaction, a bit more of an interaction, because apparently, for what I saw, there was a video or a photo of Dom and Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. I think they were either talking in the background or they were walking out of the same room in the background. So I think we're going to see a bit more of that. And when Liv, not when Liv, when let me call, I almost called the woman Ruby Riot. Rhea Ripley returns.
Mm.
Um, it's going to be some turmoil in Judgment Day, because if Liv joins or has a brief alliance with them, it's going to cause some drama. Um,
I
the next,
saw, I don't know if it's completely true, but I saw what looked like to be Dom's handkerchief in Liv's like pocket or her jacket that she had on for like that one Raw.
okay, wow,
I I mean,
and
there could be something there with the two of them, but
and
I don't know.
and the plot thickens. Okay, and my last
Rhea
oh,
or
yeah,
Liv is Dom's new mommy.
wow, that would be a great build up for a match between those two. That would be something.
Yeah.
Um, my last and my only other prediction, final prediction, is that um, we're gonna see the alliance of Chad Gable and the Alpha Academy. Because I don't know if y'all saw, but after he turned heel, after he snapped and put Sami Zayn in that ankle lock, or I think it was a little afterwards when he started berating his current stable. One of if not both of the Clay brothers,
The Creed
um,
brothers.
the Creed brothers,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
Brutus and Julius Creed, they were saying ready, willing, and dot 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 dot. And then if you noticed on Raw, this past Raw, they were actually
Mhm.
talking to
They were.
Gable.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then Gable's also been making remarks at Ivy now that she's a pit bull, she can go very far. So I think we're possibly going to see that union form, if not at King and Queen of the Ring. It's gonna, if not at there, it's gonna happen very shortly afterwards. I'm talking like maybe the following Raw. So
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that happening.
yeah, those are my only two predictions that I have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That faction would need a new name because it wouldn't be Alpha Academy. Like the guys are pretty good at what they do. So
Alpha Alpha Mine. That's all.
yes, yes,
Alpha Mine,
something.
yes.
You know, it's a mine that only churns out alphas. So yeah, there you go. All right, so that was our WWE King and Queen of the Ring prediction show. I gotta say, ladies, it's been fun talking to y'all about wrestling and talking to y'all about this card. It's something that, not myself, but pretty much all of us at Ringside Sadly we enjoy doing, is to, talk about wrestling and talk about it with our fellow fans as well. Before we shut this show down, um, B, where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, all that
On
great stuff? And
X, I am Danny Britt. I also have a YouTube channel and Wrestling and Rants that I do every Monday and Friday. Video reviews of SmackDown and Raw.
I gotta check that. I could imagine. I can imagine you in your North Carolina accent. Like now, what
I'm
we
not from
have.
North Carolina. I just live here.
Where you from
She's
actually?
not from there.
I'm
She
from
just
the
live
DC
here.
area,
Where?
from Washington D.C. area.
Oh, my bad. I thought you was from North Carolina. I'm sorry.
No, I'm been here 7 years. Before this, I lived in various states. I've lived in Florida. I've lived in Tennessee.
Are you just like me? I was in Florida. I used to live in Florida too. I was in Fort Lauderdale. Um, and I've lived in California. I've done Texas for like 6 months, seven
Oh,
months. So
I lived outside of Orlando, in Winter Springs and Castleberry. I lived in Nashville, Tennessee. That's where my son was born.
okay,
So yeah,
let me guess. You went to Nashville to become a country music star, right?
no, his dad is a musician.
Okay, okay, okay. Close enough. Close enough. All right. I haven't been there yet, but hopefully one day I'll go to Nashville. Check out
Yeah,
that
the
hot
food is
chicken.
good.
Um. All right. So Courtney Sawiki, where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling? All that good stuff. Good eats in Boston. I know y'all got them Boston creams up there. You know what I'm saying? And Boston sports, which is really good.
I mean, basically anywhere. I'm in Boston. Basically around the TD Garden area, they have like that whole like little plaza, and then there's just like shops like kind of like all along this on the street. Those are pretty decent places I've been to.
Okay.
Um, and you can find me on X at Courtney Sawicki. And on Instagram, you can find me at Courtney Sawicki _
Awesome.
Yeah. Those are
Okay.
really the only two social medias I really use.
Trust me,
Yeah.
there's a lot. There's a lot out there. I don't think anybody really, unless you're like, that's like your actual living. It's kind of hard to keep up with all of them. So,
Yeah.
I understand how it is. With that being said, make sure y'all follow these two incredible ladies. They're very awesome. Um, Courtney, we're gonna make you in the podcast. We're gonna have that prediction show real soon. So, I was saving you for that. But you were like, you wanted to be on our show. Like, okay, yeah, let's have her on here. I mean,
Yeah, because
yeah, the rest of my crew wasn't here, so I'm like, yeah, let's just have her on. I mean, I'm not gonna deny something like that. But I just gotta say, ladies, thank you very much. I really truly appreciate it. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule. I apologize for the late time as well. Like I said, normally when I do these, I'm rushing home from work and I take public transportation, so it's like, okay, I got how many minutes to get home and how many hours to get home and get stuff situated and whatnot. So thank you for your patience and thank you very much. And with that being said, if y'all want, for those of you watching or listening, if you want to follow me on social media, not that I say a lot of cool things, but I do go to a couple of cool places every now and then. I just got back from Tokyo, Japan. You can find
Mm.
me on social media, Twitter and Instagram at the Remy Blue. You can find me on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue, and you can also find our podcast on social media. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram at Ringside Society, Twitch at Ringside Society 2019. We're on Facebook as a Facebook group, and we're also on Spotify, and we're also on Teespring where we sell official Ringside Society merchandise. And we're also last but not least, we're also on YouTube where you can see cool episodes like this one, like the one we have with AEW. We also did AEW Double or Nothing prediction show yesterday, and you can see all our other interviews that we did with members of the podcast, the Pretty Awesome Wrestling Podcast. Tons of fun. Who are the 1CW Tag Team Champions? You can find all those. You can see all those interviews on YouTube, and to see them, it's really simple. It's not pre-calculus. It's not rocket science. It's not physics. All you gotta do is go on YouTube, type in Ringside Society. And once you see that really gorgeous dark blue and light blue yin yang sound, the blue flames around it, that's when you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all the videos because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. And with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in live tonight. Thank you very much. We really and truly appreciate it. We strive on being one of the best wrestling podcasts a wrestling fan could, should, and would listen to. And we're not going to stop doing that. To those y'all that are going to listen when you get a chance, thank to those y'all that are going to listen later on when you get a chance, thank you very much in advance. And those y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away, well, like myself at the Golden Corral, we're not going anywhere for a while. And with that being said, you know, we just want everybody to know, myself, Kathy Knight, Rob Bass, the rest of our Ringside Society crew, we know that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hashtag, we are not the same. So with that being said, I'm going to say it one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for the awesome PLE, that is WWE King and Queen of the Ring. We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. We'll be back next week with another impressive episode, with another impressive guest on another impressive episode. But until then, we just have 4 favors for y'all, just 4. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and enjoy wrestling. We out. Peace.